So unfortunately, I realized too late that my mic had gotten disconnected this entire stream, which was pain. So you're getting voiceover April or Nin or however I'm going to call myself from now on. So we all know, I got myself Lohen, and he caused a lot of suffering. He pushed me all the way to 80 pity, so I had the bright idea to make him suffer with me. It's called, he finishes up Liyue exploration with me. I had gotten so desperate for pulls to get him that I resorted to Liyue exploration, even though sometimes the chests don't even give you primos. It was that serious, so I was going through it. Naturally, I would make him go through it with me in the stream, but honestly, knowing that for some reason my microphone lost signal to Streamlabs makes the suffering a lot worse now. So sadly, nobody heard whatever I had to say. Oof. I still uploaded the VOD anyways because screw it, I guess. I was finishing up exploration for the Sea of Clouds in that stream, and I was following a guide to make sure I got everything. Because I suck at using the treasure compass, and at the stage I was at in this game, I can't afford to miss out on anything. I only had about 30 or so minutes left in the video, so the stream was going to be a short one. Usually when I explore Genshin, I notice that I take twice the amount of time the video guides take. So when I decided to explore Mainland a few days ago, the guide I used was 4 hours. It took me 8 hours to finish exploring that entire area. I had flashbacks to when I crawled through the desert of Hadramaveth many months ago while grinding up pulls for, I believe, Mavwika. Like, it was that bad. Now, I think I've established that my Lohen is not built. His team is also not built. Bennett is built wrong, Durnan is running on scraps, and Prune is... Prune. Okay, listen, I don't really like Prune's design, but that's just because she reminds me of an edgy emo gacha kid. But she has a cool sort of concept, and it's good to explore what happens to children who feel like they gotta mature really fast, so yeah. But back to Lohen and this painful experience. I had trouble with enemies, kinda. But that's also partially because I had skill issues, which probably contributed to my overall suffering. But hey, I put this on myself. Nobody told me I had to use Lohen like this. I could have used my exploration team with Xiao. He's only here for his climbing passive and double animo, Venti, Farina, and Mavwika. But I must double down on pain. And doubling down on pain I did, because as I said earlier, my Lohen isn't built. He isn't nuking enemies like Mavwika. See, not only is Mavwika good for exploration, she's also pretty strong, even with like, no supports. Because I was a poor soul who couldn't get Jalonen or Sitlolly for her in this account. And let's say my other Natlan characters weren't built. But despite that, Mavwika still carries me anyways. This is about Lohen though, not Mavwika. And yeah, we might be wondering, why on earth did you pull for him if you were going to suffer this much? And to that I say, because I like silly characters and making poor life choices. There is more to him than just a battle maniac as I said earlier, but I won't be spoiling his story quest. Anyways, exploring through the last part of this area was... okay. Again, it was a pretty short stream and I really didn't do too much. But let's say that day was a bit busy because right after streaming, I had to do a bit of video editing for something else. Namely, my pulls video that I threw into this channel. And then straight after doing that video, I would go in to do art for my other channel because, well, fun fact, I'm an artist. I know, so shocking. I mean, where do you think I got my model and current assets from? We don't talk about me forgetting to put up my model in the very beginning of my stream though. Yeah, so clearly this stream was so scuffed and I'm sure it'll only be more scuffed. Am I going to stream again? Maybe not this week, but only because life said hi. Next week though, trust. I'll see if I can throw out content for here, but it's tough for me to edit for this channel. So that's why it's been high-key dead. Yeah, my bad. Now, you may have noticed that I switched out Prune for Venti. It's because Prune isn't built and I couldn't suffer way too much. Like I was already going through it here. I should at least make my life half easier. Is my Venti built properly? Absolutely not. Barely anyone on my account is built properly. Their builds are so bad that it would make actual Genshin streamers cry. Yeah, so you notice that I slander my builds a lot. My artifact luck isn't that good and I've half accepted it. Now we poke at it because joking is coping, guys. Now, after I finished off exploration, I decided to do random stuff. And I know this video is titled Making Lohen Go Through Liyue to Suffer, but really it's more of my own suffering at this point. Yeah, so this is extremely short and it probably would have been longer if I had actual audio in my stream. And it was more of a cut of silly moments rather than some voiceover, but yeah. I'm just going to leave you guys with pain, and I'll see you all next time, whenever that might be.